What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Porch up here, and I'm coming at you with entry number 25 of the June Vlog Challenge 2022, which makes it June 25th, 2022. Just want to start off by saying, whatever day it is, doesn't fucking matter. Happy anniversary to this one for sticking with me for 5 years consecutively. 5 years consecutive. So got that going for me, and I'm really happy about it. We are currently filming from our hotel room in Shreveport. I almost said Indiana. Why did I almost say Indiana?
No.
We are not in Indiana, Louisiana. See, Indiana, Louisiana, they both
Yeah,
rhyme.
kinda
So
makes sense.
there we go. Currently filming from hotel. We just checked in less than an hour ago, and we've been on the road since 9 o'clock this morning, 8 o'clock this morning. Well, I had to go back to the house because I was so worried about the chargers and the dog stuff and all the stuff that we needed. I didn't grab my wallet, so I wasn't going to get too far on a 9-hour drive
Yeah.
with no wallet. And I had the one card that we are allowed to use at this point.
You're blocking my face.
I was just oblivious. Absolutely oblivious. This dog. She's got a special collar on her because she likes to go boo. So
Don't worry, it's not a shock collar.
No,
it vibrates and beeps.
yeah, like, oh, I better not be doing that. That sounds bad. But yeah, so we got up the road. Probably say about 8 minutes up the road. And I was like, okay, we're going to stop for some gas. We're going to get some gas before we head out. No big deal. And then I'm like, oh,
Ugh, you stink.
I got to go get my wallet. So I had to trek back to the house to get the wallet. We didn't, like I said, didn't get too far, about 10 minutes or so. So it wasn't like I told her, I was like, I would have been pissed if we got to like Clarendon. And I'm like, we got to go back because we ain't got no money, Lieutenant Dan. So
Yeah.
unless we're gonna be hooking all the way there or something all the way there, we ain't got no money. So I had to go get the wallet. And
Ami?
hey, it works.
Oh, shit.
Oh, she's scared of that. If you guys heard that in the background, that was her trying to be a prick. So how'd that feel? Did that feel good?
And then if you heard the beeping, that's all it does.
It just-
And then if she continues, it starts vibrating. And then the vibrate gets more powerful, and then the beep gets louder as she continues.
Well, I'd probably say that is pretty effective.
But that was enough for her. It
She's like,
scared her.
nope. So
We have it on her because we're about to go eat dinner, and I don't want her, hearing the doors close and stuff like that and barking. I mean, they're going to be in their kennels, and we're going to put them away from the door, but I just don't want to risk her waking up all the guests because it is late.
it's extremely late. It's about 10 o'clock. And so tell them where we're going to go eat here in a little bit.
I don't remember what it's called.
But she's like, oh, well, close to the hotel, we have a Waffle House and a Whataburger and a Cracker Barrel and a Taco Bell and a Raising Cane's and a Popeyes. And
We have all those things.
I was
at
like,
home.
oh, nothing that we have back at home. So
We're going to Bojack's. I think is
Bojack's.
how it's called.
Bojack's.
I don't know. I'm not French.
Bojack's. Croissant. I don't know. So that's the worst I could probably do with that. But so we're gonna go eat there because they close at midnight. So I'm not gonna be one of those people that goes into a restaurant with like 10 minutes to closing or anything like that. Because there was one restaurant we were looking at, but it was like, oh, it closes in an hour. I'm like, I'm not going because I don't want to be that guy. Yeah, officially got the notification that my USFL team got eliminated from the playoffs. So 2022 is off to an amazing start with the Cowboys botching against the 49ers, the Lakers ruining the season. The Rangers suck this year, so it's whatever. So all my teams just suck in 2022. That's okay. Looking forward to 2023. But yeah, so we just decided to pick a place that we haven't been, and I'm really excited to try it, especially now that we're in Louisiana. We can actually get some like decent Cajun food.
I'm getting some gumbo.
And
This dog is cute.
there you go, Rocket. There's Chandler. I love you, doggy. They actually did pretty well in the car. Ami sleeps pretty much 90% of her day anyway, so she actually did really, really well. And this guy was kind of all over the place for a little bit, but he had his spurts, and then he would sleep forever. He said, Mommy, did my breath smell really bad?
Are you the reason I have zits on my chin?
Probably. Because of this thing. This thing. The culprit? That thing.
Ew, gross.
We are Venom. So, the poll today. The poll is at a 50-50 split, so you're probably going to have to be the decision maker on this one.
Okay.
Said, which do you prefer, cake or pie?
Cake.
There you go. Cake's the winner by one vote. Cake all day. I prefer cake as well. What I can have. Seems like there's more sugar-free cakes than there are like sugar-free pies. But regardless, I'm gonna have to also go with cake. But you guys had a 50-50 split, so that was a good little split. That was probably a good decision to make. Sorry, also got to show it off. Hers is still charging, but I got an Apple Watch today. Cause tell them your endeavor. Why we had to buy an Apple Watch today.
So, a funny story is I was just telling Colin this morning about how our coworker Carol had ordered a new watch, and she was gonna let me use her Series 1 just to see if I liked it, because we had Fitbits.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, my plan, that I was gonna try it, and if I didn't like it, I'd give it back to her and everything. But we were talking about how badly we just, need our watches now, because we've gotten so used to them. So we were like an hour and a half away from Shreveport, and I had to go to the bathroom. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, mind you, my watch has been glitching lately and just doing weird things like turning on and off randomly. It randomly couldn't sense my heartbeat. It's just been, but for the most part, it still worked, so I didn't worry about it. Well, so I go into this QT to go to the bathroom, which is already an extremely odd experience. Because I walk in, and there's this chick in the stall next to me that has her phone volume all the way up, and she's just sitting there texting, so I can hear the it's obnoxious.
Sounds like
And
it.
so, and then she gets up, and it's got the automatic flush and everything, and she just stands there for like 2 minutes in the stall, just texting. It was weird. And then she left and didn't wash her hands. She just walked out, and I was like, what is happening? So then immediately as she left, like this big group of people came in, and one of them was her mother, a mother and a daughter, and the mom went into the stall next to me, and the daughter came up and like shook the door of my stall, and I was like, it's locked, like occupado FO. So then I went to grab the toilet paper, and the whole face of my watch just fell off. Just was dangling by the little electronic strip on the inside. It was just dangling. And I was like, what? I didn't hit it on anything. I didn't smack it on anything. I literally reached for the toilet paper and it went bloop. So I just shoved it back on real quick, took care of my business, walked out, and then went to the car and showed Colin, and I was like, so turns out we need new watches.
Oh yeah, why?
And I showed him, and I was like, but I don't want to go the trip without the watch, because the thing that I like my watch for the most is the fact that I can kind of screen my text messages. So, because I don't like to have my phone on me all the time. Half the time I'm wearing clothing that does not have pockets because I'm wearing leggings or whatever. And so if my phone's in my purse, I really enjoy having my watch so I can see, oh, that's my dad, I need to text him back. Or, oh, it's just Jess telling me the cats are fine, I'll text her later.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is. And then especially during the week, because if the girls have a question at work, they need to be able to reach me. And so I need to be able to see that. And sometimes even if I am wearing jeans and I have my phone in my pocket, I don't feel the vibrate. And my phone has to be on vibrate. I do not like my phone volume up. It drives me nuts. So I was like, nope, we need a watch. So the first thing we did when we got into Shreveport is went to the AT&T store to get watches, which we got lucky.
Yeah, we did.
You tell that part.
I walked in, and because she had called and was like, hey, we're coming in to get some watches. We're from out of town, and we just want to know if you guys are going to be able to do this, because they were going to close in about 20 minutes by the time we got there. So we're like, can we get this knocked out, or do we need to come by in the morning or what have you? And they were like, oh no, it should be about a 10-minute process. It was not, but I mean, it is what it is. But so I walked in, and I was like, yeah, we just need 2 Apple Watches. And like, oh, you're going to add 2? I said, yeah. And they said, well, we have this deal going on where you can get a Series 7 and then get a SE for free. I was like, oh, bitchin', let's do it. So we're going to pay it with installments for the 7. And
It
then
was only $14 a month.
yeah, $14 a month, and it's 36 months, which I did the math, and it's over 500. But I mean, it is what it is. It's no big deal. Especially if it's a Series 7 and you were going to try a Series 1, so that's a little bit of difference.
A little bit.
And then the SE, I think, is probably like the SE, like iPhone, like it's like a hybrid, because it kind of looks like hers and everything. So we'll see if it's as good or if it's just like the SE, which actually was my favorite iPhone at one point. This one has dethroned it, but I actually love the SE a lot. Had it for way longer than I probably needed to. I had it for about 5 years or something like that. So
Yeah, because I had mine for 3.
I had it for
2 years before me.
yeah, I had it for a hot minute, and then I was like, okay. So when I upgraded this one, I was like, okay, or the one before it, I was like,
7.
I hate this shit. I
Yeah,
like my
I
SE
hate it.
better. That and the carrier that we had was god awful. So we switched to AT&T, and I was like, I could probably zap my SE back over. I was like, nah, I need to get a new iPhone, new camera, better camera, and all that stuff. So, sorry about my hair here. It's like, it's been like that all freaking day. But, so yeah, we got that taken care of. So that was nice. But the guy was really cool about it. And, I kept apologizing profusely. Like, I'm sorry I'm keeping you past closing, because by the time we got there, like I said, it was about 20 minutes before closing, and it took them about an hour.
No, it took about 30 minutes.
It felt like an hour.
It was only 30 minutes.
So, because he had to go back and he had to make sure that he had the right colors, which he didn't. So we had to switch it up a little bit, and that's okay. So mine is cowboy colors, actually. If you take a look, it's the blue band, and it's got the silver top with it. So looks like cowboy colors, and I was like, I'm okay with that. Hers, we couldn't get what we wanted. Originally, I wanted to get her one that looked just like her Fitbit, but they're like, we don't have this. We're gonna have to special order it if we do. And so I called her. I was like, do you want a special order, or do you want it now? She's like, whatever they have, it's fine. I can switch the band out. It's no big deal. I was like,
Yeah, and it's actually really pretty. It's like a silvery white. I mean, it's real pretty.
It's really cool.
have a problem with
If they had that for mine, I would have been like, yeah, that's fine. You can do that for mine too, because it's a really nice color. And so that's how we ended up with Apple Watches at the last minute.
Yep.
Probably one of the most last minute decisions I've ever had to make. Like, it just happened. Like, let's get an Apple Watch, and I'm like, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
And I asked him like 50 times, are you sure?
I'm like,
Are
yes,
you sure?
yes,
Are you sure?
yes.
Because I'm
Fucking
just being
sure.
the drama queen.
Yeah, like, I need a watch. I need a watch for this trip. I need a watch. I'm like, okay,
I'm just
we'll get you a
being
watch.
bougie. I don't actually have to have
We
a watch.
get you a watch. We get you a watch. No big deal. And so we stopped. We drove past the hotel, and we had to go an extra 15 minutes out of the
Yeah.
way to get to the not the Apple store, the AT&T store. But it was hilarious because once again, NPCs. Talked about earlier. I had a few incredible. She had one. She told the story about the girl with the bathroom stall. But I had 3 NPC encounters today that were ridiculous. So we stopped in Childress. We stopped in Childress and walked into the gas station and had to use the restroom. And I was looking around for a souvenir that had Childress on it, because we were gonna try to every place that we stopped get a shot glass or get a postcard or a sticker, whatever. Apparently they don't do that anymore, but they tell you what the town is, It just says Texas or Louisiana or whatever. And so as I'm, walking out, this woman is with her 2 children, and one of them like starts talking to her, like starts asking her a question, and I guess the mom wasn't having any of it. So she said, "Don't ask me in here. Ask me in the car because we won't get there till midnight." I'm like, damn, Karen, treating your daughter like complete shit. And the daughter's just like, okay. Like, I was like, man, about 5 years from now, that girl's gonna have no communication with her mother if that's the way that her mom talks to her. I can call that right now as I see it. If it walks like a duck, it looks like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, it's a duck, right? So, and the second one was I was again looking for a postcard, looking for a shot glass, looking for something in Wichita Falls, and this girl walked by with her friend, and she's like, "Girl, he knows not to mess with me when I'm in here." I was like, that definitely sounded like an NPC response. I was like,
that was the most ghetto loves I have ever been to.
What?
It was sketch. I didn't even want to get the dogs out because I was like, there are so many sketch people. We gotta go. But they actually found, or they had a little dog run. Most loves do, but
Yeah.
it had a dog run that was away from everybody. So we just took them and let them run around for a little bit.
do the thing, and the actually I had 4 NPC encounters. The third one was right when we were pumping gas in Wichita Falls, and she was like, "Oh shit, I had a 5th. I just remembered when I had it in Buc-ee's." So we had one. We were pulling up, and then this girl was like, the girl next to us was like, you motherfucker, like, if you don't want to talk to me, you can look the other way. And then she just walked out of the car, and she was wearing pajama pants with no bra. I was like, setting high bars for society today. I see. Fantastic. Good for you.
Yep.
But then she was like, you can look the other way. It's like, okay. So Wichita Falls had 2.
I gotta tell a story about how Lunchable's screwed me over today.
Oh, yeah. Let's tell that story real quick.
You finish your NPC stories.
And the NPC, like how she's embraced it, NPC stories. And then the 4th one was at Buc-ee's, and this guy and I guess his family were walking. They had a shopping cart like that was full of stuff like beef jerky and candy and stuff like that, and they was shopping, if you catch my drift, at Buc-ee's, which surprises aren't that bad. Buc-ee's can actually charge whatever the hell they want for stuff, and it's still like $8 for like 4 ounces of jerky, which is still not bad, because there are some corporations that charge 4 ounces and it's like $18, $19.
Mm-hmm.
So Buc-ee's is actually pretty reasonably priced. I go for somebody asked me this, what's your go-to thing at Buc-ee's? I go for the no sugar added chocolate covered almonds. That is chef's kiss quality. Love that stuff. Got the ghost pepper jerky that I want to try with her later on. And so this guy's walking with his family, and he said, I guess his wife had asked him a question. He like looked at her. Again, it's just lovers' quarrel apparently today, that I'm just, with my anniversary and everything, everybody's like getting in trouble like with their significant others and doing stuff, and I'm like, I'm just driving, being a good boy, and making sure that my dogs are still breathing. So, but she asked him a question, and he like turned and looked at her, and he said, "You walked away. You didn't want to be a part of this." And I'm like, time to leave. I don't need to be in this aisle right now. So I was like, again, NPC. And she's saying something in the background. He's like, no, it doesn't matter. Like, then he started going off. I'm like, I'm out of here. Like, I don't need this in my life. But I was like, she fucked up, didn't she? I don't know what she did, but I don't know. Maybe, like, he asked her a question about what she wanted at the store or whatever. And she was just like, see ya. I don't know what the story is, but that was funny. And then the last one I have for you tonight, before I get to my final 2 things, is actually I need you to bring up that music challenge. I forgot what today was. Oh, a song that reminds you of your childhood. Okay, I got it. Anyway, before that, at the AT&T store, there was this woman, and she was just going off like, my phone didn't come with a base, and it just, oh my god, how am I supposed to charge my phone when you guys don't give me the right stuff, and yada yada yada. And AT&T was like, ma'am, that Samsung that does that, we just sell the phones. Like, we don't package the phones. They just come like that. And you should have gotten a base with it. I apologize. And then she was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade or whatever. And I'm gonna go ahead and set this phone to default settings. How do I do that? How do I set that to default settings? How does that work? And then he was like, pretty much like, you just go to your settings and hit, factory reset. Like, that's it. That's all you got to do. And she was like, okay, whatever, I want to do that. And they're like, oh, well, come to find out, you're not on the plan. You're not on your dad's plan. Or you're not on this guy's plan. Who is so-and-so? And they're like, oh, well, that's my dad. Like, well, you need to call him, and he's got to give you an access code to make sure that you can be authorized on the account. You can make decisions without him being here. And she was like, how the fuck am I supposed to get a hold of him? He's drunk on a boat, and he's been drinking and swimming all day. Like, that's the AT&T guy's problem. Like, you told him to go out on the boat and drink it. How dare you? And he's like, ma'am, I don't know. You could try calling him, see what happens. And apparently, Dad answered. And, she got access to it and everything, got her phone reset and everything. And she immediately changed her tune when she got her way. Like, it got to the point where, like, with the AT&T guys, like, you have to call him, and she was throwing her hands up in the air and slamming it on the desk and everything, and her husband's like, it's okay, this is fine, we can figure this out. She was about to, like, throw a 5-alarm fit in the middle of freaking AT&T, but she didn't. Her husband calmed her down. Dad answered the phone, everything is okay. No hostage crisis situation, which I'd have been like, man, I'm just trying to get an Apple Watch, can I get the fuck out of here? But so that was kind of funny. But anyway, so the picture I did today for the photo challenge was I got a selfie with Bucky at Bucky's today, and I was like, man, I have to get a selfie with Bucky. You're not gonna go, because I made fun of Carol for doing that. That's one of the reasons I also did it, because Carol was like, I went to Bucky's and he was there and it was awesome. I was like, did you get a picture? She's like, no. And I was like, pictures or it didn't happen. So I'm proving pictures or it didn't happen. It friggin' happened. So there you go. You got that. And so I took I said a selfie, SELF-EE with BUC-EE. So I'm like, hey, I'm clever. I got jokes for days. You can ask her. I've been cracking jokes all fucking day.
Did you see that?
What? Tropical storm?
Going right over where we're going.
Hey, like 30% rain chances.
That's just for Shreveport.
Shreveport, yeah. So it looks like 30%, and then Saturday it looks like this weatherman can get out of the way. 40% Saturday. So we will not be back around until Saturday. It's raining every single day that we're here, except for we won't be here Monday. So, but anyway, and then the song challenge was a song that reminds you of your childhood. I have a plethora of songs that remind me of my childhood, that's for sure. But I'm probably gonna have to go. There's just so many. There's just so many good songs that I grew up with. I'm gonna have to go with "The Way" by Fastball. It's one of those songs that I didn't know the name of the song. I didn't know the name of the band until about 5 years ago. But I went into like a restaurant to eat. It's playing over the speaker. I go into Walmart. It's playing over the speaker. I listened to the radio with my mom driving me around when I was a kid. It's playing on the radio. So I'm just like, that's a good song. And then I eventually tracked it down in my 20s and figured out the song and the artist. I'm like, I like that song. So I added that to Church 4. So it's on Church 4 for y'all if y'all want to go check it out. It's called "The Way" by Fastball. It's a good song. What song reminds you of your childhood?
I'm going to go with "The Impossible" by Joe Nichols.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It was one of my favorite songs when I was like 5th, 6th grade. It was one of my favorite songs ever and one of my mom's favorites too. So we would sing it together.
That's cool.
And she bought me the CD for like my birthday or something. And so I listened to it on repeat until I had it memorized, and then she and I would just sing it all the time.
That's cool. That's great. See, mine is just, I just remember the song. I mean, like I said, I probably could have picked.
Booty stinks.
I probably could have picked any song, pretty much in the 90s, because I heard a lot of songs from the 90s, whether it be, rock or hip hop or pop or anything like that. So I could have picked any of those, but regardless, that's mine, and I haven't posted it yet, but I will post it before the strike of midnight tonight. But anyway, guys, thank y'all so much once again for dropping by. I'm glad that we made it safe today. So, halftime, we're halfway through our trip, so we got to do the other half tomorrow. So, we will keep y'all in touch. We will let y'all know if we arrive on time, and if my dog's going to live the rest of the trip, because she just farted and it smelled atrocious. Ugh. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all so much once again for dropping by. Happy anniversary to this cute little thing right here. I love you so much. You're my favorite. And always remember my little piglets. Colin Pork Chop loves y'all the most. So y'all take it easy, guys, and I'll see y'all manana. Bye, guys. Happy anniversary. Love you guys.